What's up everyone? In this video we're going to look at some recent Indy news and I'm going to check out the chart. But it was just announced that Indy acquired Exilos. So let's get right into the news. And I'll leave it down in the description for you guys along with some links to some stocks and cryptos, so check those out. But looking into this news, Indy Semiconductor is acquiring Exilos AG. And this is basically a company that specializes in lighting. So this adds to Indy's arsenal of ADAS plays, or Advanced Driving Assistance System plays. And it expands Indy's ADAS and user experience portfolio with breakthrough near-infrared and visible super-luminescent LEDs, SLEDs from now on, as well as semiconductor optical amplifier SOA products. And this accelerates design in opportunities with premier tier 1 and automotive OEMs. And for this deal, they're expecting to be financially neutral to the second half of 2023 and accretive in 2024, meaning pulling in even more revenue and pulling in profitability. That's right, these guys still do expect profitability in the second half of their fiscal year 2023, and I have every reason to believe that they will get there. Now, I'm not going to read every single bit on this article, so I recommend you check it out down below. But Exilos has 59 global patents, and they were founded back in 2003, so they've been around for quite a while. And this is a privately owned company, meaning you can't get the stock on the public markets. Now, Donald McCloyment, the CEO of Indy Semiconductor, said that Exilos's differentiated solutions immediately expand Indy's ADAS and user experience product and technology offering to our global tier 1 and automotive OEM customer base. Specifically, Indy can now leverage Exilos's core super luminescent LED and SOA technologies to enable heads-up display, high brightness visible lighting, and inertial measurement unit IMU based navigational applications, and importantly to extend our FMCW LiDAR portfolio. Now, if you don't understand what that means, it's okay, I'm right there with you, but basically it expands their portfolio of offerings for their push into advanced driver assistance systems and their capabilities with LiDAR. And he goes on to say, we are gaining a well-established team of 17 world-class engineers, including the industry's leading expertise in bright light sources based on a proprietary gallium nitride process. At a higher level, our acquisition of Exilos represents another step in our quest to build a broadline autotech powerhouse. Now, the CEO of Exilos says, we are excited to join forces with Indy at this key juncture of Exilos's evolution. I'm confident that together we can take our business to the next level, capitalizing on clear product synergies between us and extending our customer base while preserving the Exilos innovation engine. Now, this was purchased using Indy stock. It's comprised of 6.6 million Indy Class A commons, with an opportunity for a little bit more, with an opportunity for $20 million more in cash or Indy Class A commons based on certain performance targets. So if this acquisition proves them very favorable, and if they get a lot of money out of this acquisition, Exilos will be paid a little bit better as well. So Indy's kind of sweetening the deal for Exilos as long as milestones get met. But let me know what you guys think about this news with Indy and Exilos. It seems like every month almost, Indy is making another wise acquisition, and it's crazy to imagine how far these guys have come over just literally like 2 years since they came out of being a SPAC. But let me know in the comments below if you guys remember when Indy was a SPAC. Back in the SPAC craze, it was a THBR Thunderbridge acquisition. But enough about living in the past. Let's talk about Indy on the chart and the future. Now, I am still watching this tightening pattern. Right now, Indy looks a bit bearish. We are pulling back. We're now at the bottom of this trend line. We're going to see if we can break this trend line or not. Hopefully we see a bounce from here and a test back up at the EMAs here. They have flipped bearish. The 200 is above the 50, and we recently saw a death cross. Now, if Indy does break the support level, we are looking at a couple potential targets here. I think it's possible to test our previous lows here. We haven't made new lows nor made new highs in a while. This has been essentially just kind of tightening up. We have this tightening up. It's like a spring getting tightened up, ready to launch in either direction. But if we do break this pattern, I expect us to come and test 570 first, which was a bouncing off point on this trend line. And if we don't hold up at 570, we are, I think, going to test 510 area right here, which was Indy's all-time low. So if we do pull back, I do have some buying targets that I'm going to be adding to Indy because I do believe in these guys on the long term. And I want to show you guys, we are almost out of this quarter. September is when this quarter ends, and revenue wise, these guys are expecting $60 million on this quarter. Now, if you've been around Indy for a while, you know that is huge revenue growth. I mean, The last quarter they reported 52 million, so this is a bump, an $8 million bump in revenue. And just look how much progress these guys have made in the short period that they've been publicly traded. Looking back about a year ago, they were pulling in 30 million, so they nearly doubled their revenue in about a year. And going back 2 years back, going back to 2021, these guys were pulling in $12 million. So in this short 2-year period, they've nearly 5x their revenue, and it's going to be very exciting to see these guys one day hit profitability. I do think it's coming. If not this quarter, I do suspect it may be next quarter. I mean, next quarter they may be expecting 70-80 million dollars. But Indy continues to impress me with their revenue growth, and I do think they're still on pace to hit that profitability by their fiscal year end. But let me know how you feel about Indy Semiconductor. This for me is definitely a higher conviction stock. I have a lot of faith in this company. I love the fact that it's so quiet. I love the fact that these videos hardly get any views. To me, it shows that no one really knows what Indy is yet. And I do think Indy is going to hit the ADAS, or Advanced Driving Assistance Systems, and LiDAR markets by storm. And we're going to see huge revenue growth, even more acquisitions, and cash flow positivity. But thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.